Somewhere between spirit and skin. Between Sunday mornings and Monday messes. Between whispered prayers and loud thoughts. There's a couch. And on that couch sits truth. Honest, unfiltered, sacred, and simple. Welcome to On the Couch with PL, where we talk real life, real faith, and everything in between.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, guys, listen, this is your girl PL. On the Couch with PL is where you need to be tonight. Listen, I want you to go ahead and get you something to drink. Get you something to eat if you want to. But I need you to hold on to the cushions tonight, okay? Tonight is going to be a dynamic night. I have a phenomenal guest with us tonight that's going to keep it real, authentic, and raw, and to the point. I'm so excited about this interview tonight. I don't know what to do. Y'all don't even understand. It's been a long time coming. I'm so excited for this great author. And she's a wonderful woman. She's going to tell you a little bit about herself. But I do want you to, at this point, to listen. Go ahead and share. Go ahead, hit that share button. Go ahead and share it. Call a friend. Plug some folks in because they need to hear this conversation tonight. I want you to also hit the like button, the heart button, and the share button, okay? Hit all them buttons. Just hit the buttons tonight, okay? But anyways, I'm not going to, for further ado, I'm not going to just hold a whole lot more time, but I want to, my guest that's here with me tonight, none other than Miss Ida Smith.
Biter Smith.
Biter Smith. Yeah. Hi, Ida.
Hi, how you doing, Alex?
I'm wonderful. I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely.
Long time coming, but I was nervous. To tell you the truth.
I don't know why you're nervous. You've done tons of these podcasts and interviews all over the world, so to speak.
I think I was doing a Jonas. I was running. I wasn't going to talk about this anymore. I was just going to come down here to Mississippi and live in my nice little house and go fishing every now and then. And
nah. You have an assignment here. You have to help some folks. You got to help some folks tonight.
That's what God said.
Well, listen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Go back and then bring us forward.
Back, I was born in Terry, Mississippi. And about the age of 15, I had left and started traveling all over the world. And I got education in Illinois. But I have 4 kids. And they all grown and gone and doing their own thing. And they tell me sometimes, Mama, my son told me, Mama, I get sick of you talking about that stuff. That's kind of embarrassing. I said, well, baby, God will take your misery and make it your ministry.
Come on.
So that's what I feel like I'm doing. This is my ministry. And when I was living all over the world, but when I moved to Chicago, I met my husband. Fine as wine, I thought. But anyway, little did I know, my husband's appetite wasn't women.
Ah.
He was what they call way back then a brother on the down low.
Okay.
I just call it low down.
Okay.
Because by him being in his world, it brought me into another world that I had no control over.
Yeah.
And I was a dialysis technician at the time. If I hadn't have been working in dialysis, I'd have been a dead woman. Because I would have died from some mysterious illness that nobody would have paid any attention to. Because at that time, the illness was hidden. Everybody thought that the only people that get HIV and AIDS was white, gay men, and sometimes liberal black guys, not married men, not married women. And now it's, Alice, it's off the chain. Yeah. It's like a pandemic. And I thought it was cooling down until I moved to Mississippi. Yeah. When I came down here and you got into, I said, I'm not going to do that, Lord. You know what I'm not. He said, yes, you are. You're going to do it because this is your. I said, okay, but I might mess up. He said, just tell him what happened. I was working in dialysis, and I had one job, but I had to get another one. So I was working for DaVita, matter of fact. Okay. And I wanted to go get a job with Neo Medica, which is for senior now. And I went out there to take my test, got my little uniform on. I'm getting ready to go to work that morning, November the 7th, 1991.
1991.
1991, same day Magic was on TV telling the world. I was getting my results. And I remember going to, Martha called me, one of my charge nurses. And she said, Ida, don't come to work this morning. And she was so dry, because we was always, cool. And she was so dry about it. I'm like, don't come to work. She said, no, don't come to work this morning. I want you to go over on Western Avenue and see a Dr. Johnson. I said, Dr. Johnson? I said, okay. And by that time, I went to ask her something there. She had hung up. She gave me the address and just hung up. And I'm like, what is going on? I thought everything but HIV.
Absolutely.
Anything, cancer, whatever, hepatitis.
Yes.
Girl, got over there. And the nurse, see, they had my name. Back at that time, people were getting tested with numbers. But me working in the medical field, they had my name, rank, and serial number. It wasn't no hiding. I couldn't go into incognito because I was already out there.
Right.
So when I got there, the nurse, she asked me my name, and I said, Ida Biter Smith. And she jumped up so fast, she knocked a coffee cup over. And I'm definitely looking like, is there something wrong? Is it boogers in my nose or something? But she came up out of that chair and she just ran back in the back. And she got the doctor. He come out there, nice looking young man. And he just took my hand, Miss Biter Smith, I'm sorry to tell you, because they get right to the point. They don't like to he said, I'm sorry to tell you, but your test came back positive. I said, what test? Because I had taken the HIV, hepatitis, and TB test. I said, which test? He said, the HIV test. I said, no, I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I looked at him like, I said, no, I didn't. I said, because the only people get HIV is gay men, whores, prostitutes, drug addicts. I said, and I don't fit in none of those categories. And I was married.
Okay. So I was married.
I was married. Besides, but before then, I had tried to get one of my doctors that I work with to give me the HIV test.
Right.
And he asked me the same question. He said, your husband ever been in jail? You ever been on drugs? He said, girl, get out of my office. You don't need to take the test. But I didn't take it. But that day, I had to get the test, Alice. And I can't tell you how I felt. People ask me all the time, how did there's not you can't describe it. When somebody tell you HIV positive, I told him, I said, I want a second opinion. I'm not going with this.
Absolutely.
So he said, well, that would only be right for you to get a second opinion. I went to south side of Chicago where I knew nobody knew me. And I went to this clinic. And it still took 2 weeks for the test to come back. At that time, they didn't have the rapid test. It was just you got to wait 2 weeks. Can you imagine what I was going through for 2 weeks? And I remember getting back there that morning. I got up bright and early, had my uniform and everything on because I could go to work now, but I was, oh God, I felt like the whole world was watching me. And I went on back to get this test, and the nurse was coming in, and she was coming to give me my results. And the way she was walking, like she was in slow motion, like, and I'm saying, hurry up and get over here. But like she was floating instead of, when the lady got there, she looked at me, she said, I'm so sorry. I said, why y'all doing this?
Right.
I'm not HIV positive. She said, your test came back positive. Wow. Your test, girl. Then I said, I went to my doctor, Dr. Elliott. She said, we're going to do this test again. She said, I don't know nothing about it. And we came back positive. She said, I don't know nothing about this, but we're going to learn together. She was in one of my books. My doctor walked me through it. She hang with me. I really don't think if my life had been like everybody else that I would be as positive I am. But my uncles, my sisters, and anybody that know, they was like shielding me from anybody that was going to be stupid with me. So,
absolutely.
But it still didn't cover me because when I started speaking out, I would go places and use the bathroom. People wouldn't use that bathroom.
Oh, wow.
I looked at one lady. I was being a little bit cookie then. They used to call me Cookie. I said, Lisa, I know what you got. Okay. What I got, you don't know what you got. And you don't know what's coming home to you every night.
Come on.
I mean, let's get real. Let's get real. Talk about it, And I would do a lot of seminars with first ladies, as I call them, first ladies. And they had them big hats on looking at me like, and I had one here. Well, I know my husband wouldn't. I said, baby, unless you can it around in your purse.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
If you got it in your purse, you know what he doing with it.
Okay.
Other than that,
All right. Okay. Come on.
let's just stay let's stay
keep it
there. And it
real,
don't matter.
baby,
Let's
yes.
keep it real. Keep it real. Girl, I went on for 10 years. My I wouldn't say the word HIV, AIDS, anything like that. I would, and girl, in 2000, Alice, I got sick. PCP pneumonia, the only time I ever had it. Knock on wood. Everybody else said people have it 5 and 6 times. I've had it one time. Thank God. They took me to the hospital. We were sitting there eating Christmas dinner, and I was sitting there playing with my food, and my daughter, Nikki, you've seen it, and she said, Mama not eating. She told my son, she said, Mama's not eating. Something's wrong, because I'm serious about my food.
Okay.
Okay, I was sitting there, but I had no appetite whatsoever, and like the food was just sort of making me nauseous. And my son came, he said, oh my God, Mom, you burning up. So they took me to Trinity Hospital and everything. And when they got in there, I wouldn't say a word about HIV. Oh no, I let them fight with 104 temp all day. They finally got my temp down. And they took me to, sent me home. They said, she can go home. That next day, I took a turn for the worse, and I had 105 temp. Wow. So when we got back in there, my son said, Mama, you going to tell them the truth? And one of the nurses heard, no, he said, if you going to tell them what's wrong, and one of the nurses heard him, and she said, what's wrong? And I said, I'm HIV positive. She said, oh, my God, now we know what to do. She said, we didn't know how to fight that. Yeah. And that's when they was loading me up with Bactrim. And girl, when they took everything, my viral load was over 500,000. Wow. And I had no T cells, no fighting cells whatsoever. But one thing I did have, and any doctor tip, my percentage was 27. Because in the body, your percentage go always 22 to 31. The doctor say, I don't understand this. Your percentage is 27. He says, but I heard another nurse say, she said they brought her in through ER, but they'll be taking her out through the mall. Wow. They didn't think I was going to live right. They kept me in the hospital from that December the 27th, I believe it was. No, December, and then all the way up to January the 18th. And when they got ready to send me home, they sent me home on hospice. They sent me home on hospice. And I went, girl, I was laying up there, Alice, and I was praying, and I said, Lord, I can go to the Holy Land. I told my daughter, I said, I can go to the Holy Land in a wheelchair. I felt like if I could get to the Holy Land and baptize in the Jordan River, this was all in my mind, girl. If I can just get there. The first one filed bankruptcy on me. The next one, they canceled the ticket. Oh, no. I was laying there in the bed, and I was crying. I said, Lord. And it's just like you and me sitting here talking now. This voice came in there and said, look, girl, I'm in Chicago, just like I'm in the Holy Land.
Come on.
Look, girl, I get chills thinking about it. I was laying there. I said, oh, Lord, thank you.
Yes.
Girl, I was sitting there, and I said, okay. I said, okay, God. I said, but I ain't taking no medication. I told somebody, I said, the only way I take these meds is Jesus come down here and tell me. Alice, my social worker, came down the house. I didn't know the man was in the house. And he came to me and said, Mr. Smith. He said, I come to talk to you about your medication. I said, you work fast. You work fast. You work fast. Girl, I'm laying up there looking like E.T. I said, Lord, thank you, Jesus. That man came in there and said, God, he talked to me about that medication and stuff. Alice, I started praying and getting better and better and better and better. Yes. But I still wasn't going to tell nobody about no HIV. My son even took me to Puerto Rico to celebrate getting better. And we walked, they have this, I guess it's like what you call a trail. You go through the trail, and if you can go through it and go to the other side, you're doing good. So he and I went through it, and we came out on the other side. We was high-fiving each other. So the driver asked my son, said, what's going on? What happened? What happened? Why you and your mom? And Eric told him, Eric speaks Spanish. I don't know what they were saying. He was telling him my story. And at the time, when we came back to the village, all these people, I'm looking like, Okay, what's going on? Eric said, Mom, do you know what they say? I said, no, I don't know what they saying. He said, they calling you Lazarus.
Ah.
I said, what? He said, yeah, the driver told them how sick you was and how you almost died when I told him. So, girl, we went on, came on back. I still wasn't going to say nothing out. I wasn't going to say a word.
Yeah.
Girl, I got back to work. My pastor died that knew my secret. I'm keep bumping.
You fine?
Knew my secret.
Uh-huh.
My pastor died. My brother Ray died. Almost killed me.
Yeah.
Then my godmother, she had just adopted me she was getting ready to go to the Holy Convocation, going across North Lakeshore Drive, and this man hit her.
Oh.
Hit her. She had to park on one side of the street, and he hit her, a drunk driver.
Oh no.
And when they called me, girl, I went to the hospital. She was at Cook County. And I was going up the step to go in there to ICU, and she was in there with all these two. And God said, how many more got to go before you tell them my goodness? Girl, I was destroyed. I was destroyed. I was destroyed. I started talking about HIV and AIDS that day. I was like Jonah coming out the belly of the whale.
Wait,
you couldn't stop me. Everybody, they were like, but I wanted my family, everybody to know how serious this was.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of people tell me, well, you know, I said, look, let me tell you something. You sick is your secret. And a shame face, my grandmother always told me, carries a bowl behind.
That's right.
So you have a lot of people running around talking about, I'm ashamed and scared. I said, but you sure ain't scared to pull them drawers off.
Okay, come on. You better speak to the. Y'all done heard her. You done heard what she said.
I mean, keep it real. People out here is really giving up. And do you know, I meet a lot of guys. I mean, I'm hopping now. I just had a total knee. But baby, I meet guys, and I had one guy tell me, he said, you would say anything to keep me from coming on to you, won't you?
He thought you was playing.
I said, you a fool. Don't you know my imagination is better than that? I know the word no.
Okay.
I don't have to lie to you to tell you nothing. I'm trying to protect you.
That's right.
I said, back in the day when I was cooking, I said, I didn't get nothing. I got married and I got this.
Oh, wow.
And he was fine.
Okay, he was fine. Y'all heard what she said? He was fine.
Well, I mean, let's keep it real. He was fine.
Yeah.
But Carol, it went on, and I started talking about universities, churches. That was my thing. Most college students, churches. I did a lot of that. But it's still, we reached a lot of people. But I used to be on all the boards in Washington, in Illinois. And every time I would go to Washington for something, I would ask where the people were from Mississippi. I never met nobody lobbying for Mississippi. And by me being born and raised in Mississippi, it killed my spirit. I mean, that's like taking care of somebody else's house and your house over here starving to death. So, and that just bothered me. And then I said, well, and when I moved down here, I said, Lord, I can't do this because I'm one person. I said, I don't want to be out there with this on my back. And every time I walk down the street, somebody, that's that woman got HIV. That's that woman got it. Because, you know, if you're sitting in a room and and 5 women is in there, you can bet one of them is positive.
Okay.
Look around.
That's right. Uh-huh.
If 5 women are sitting in that room, black women, one of them is positive. Especially down here.
Down here in Mississippi, absolutely.
So everybody gag at a net and swallow a camel.
Okay, come on. Come on. You heard what she said? Okay.
So, I mean, that's the way it is. That's So I wasn't gonna do it. And I said, I tried everything. I said, I ain't getting sick. God said, you gonna do it. You gonna do it. That's what you have to do. So now I'm down here. I got this target on my back. And when I go out in the street, I know everybody gonna be pointing at me, but I don't care. I lived in Chicago, Illinois, and everybody knew my status.
Yes, absolutely.
And I had so many friends. I used to tell them, stop calling me. I'm doing fine. I'm not sick.
Okay. All right. And we as sick as we feel.
You are. You're sick of you. But you know, and I tell people all the time, I say, so many people dying from nothing. I believe I can live with anything.
And it's been 35 years, right?
That's right. 35 going on 36.
36 years.
And it's been 25 years that I've been had what they call full blown.
Wow.
Matter of fact, it got so good to Social Security had me on what's that SI when you sick when you sick. Yeah. Then after I got so better, they told me, said, ain't nothing wrong with you no more. I said, you put me on here and you gonna leave me alone.
Okay, it is.
You better give me my money. Give me my money. You better give me my ching ching. I wasn't playing. I would go places and they be talking about, it just don't look like nothing wrong. I said, I don't look like what I've been through.
That's right.
I don't look like
That's
what I've been
right.
through.
And absolutely,
I
you
said,
look
but I
amazing.
credit God for everything. Because
That's
when I was a
right.
little girl growing up down here, we lived in Bowling, Mississippi. I had diphtheria. I was the only child lived in Bowling with diphtheria. It was a doctor there named Dr. Seawright. I don't know if man still there, his family there, what. But that's when the diphtheria booster first came out. And he told Mama, he said, I can give her a shot. And it kill or cure. That's exactly the words he used. And he said, but you got to sign for it. But I was so sick. My mother signed for it. He said, but you can't let her go to sleep. My mother sat side of my bed all night long, rocking it, making sure I stayed awake.
Wow.
So when I got sick in Chicago, the devil said, well, 3 strikes, you out. I was in there, I said, nah, I had diphtheria. I got hit by a car. I got food poisoning at school. That's 3 strikes. This here, Lucille say,
come on,
Lucille.
Lucille.
I done fought my lion, bear, and go lie you. You
Okay,
better
come
leave
on.
me alone.
I love it. I love it.
Better leave me
Yes.
alone.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, you don't know how good my father is. Thank
Come
you.
on.
Girl,
Come
I
on.
be sitting there sometimes, people say, you just screaming. You don't know how good God been to me.
That's right. That's right.
God has been good to me.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So when he send me on a mission like this, nothing I can do now but just go.
So let me ask you this. So when, Lord. So once you found out through let me just recap. So you was going to get a new job.
Right. I
And
was
so you had
working
to-
already at Michael Reese, but I wanted to go get the job at Neo Medical, which is for senior now. And you had to go through the same procedure. Every time you go to a new dialysis center, hospital or whatever, you had to go through the same procedure of those 3 tests.
Those 3
are the
tests.
those are the tests.
Yes. And so how did you approach your husband at that particular time?
Oh,
Did
I
you
called
say,
my husband. Oh, that's a good story too. I called my husband. He said I was crazy. My husband lover called me.
oh, come on.
My husband lover called me after my 2nd test, and he called me. He said, "My husband lover was buying my baby daughter clothes and things as like the Godfather."
Come on. What?
Bill is my story, honey. Bill.
Yes, I'm finna say Bill is.
We were sitting up there, and he said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Look, I don't feel like talking to nobody today. This is not a good day." He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I just came from the doctor with the 2nd time with some bad news." And he said, "What?" I said, "I'm not going to discuss that with you." He said, "If you don't discuss it with me, let me discuss it with you."
Come on.
Yes, he did.
What?
He said, I said, "What?" He said, "The doctor told you was HIV positive." He said, "I told your husband when we got involved that I was infected, and he told me it didn't matter."
Oh my God.
Can you imagine how I felt?
Oh my word.
Now, my husband and me supposed to be friends before
So
we
this
got
is
married.
best friend.
This
supposedly.
is supposedly be his best friend.
Uh-huh.
Girl, and he went on to tell me about when I went to my mother's family reunion down here and where I was and who spent the night at my house. And
Oh my God.
Alice, you prepared for a woman,
Yeah.
but you're not prepared for a man.
Who I got dressed?
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Oh my God.
And then my husband, he got put out. He had been home the same weekend of Princess died. He said, "I have nowhere to go." I come home from church that weekend. We had been in Ohio, Bishop Campbell and Juanita Bynum and everybody else. Girl, I used to be so mad. I was so mad at that time. I had so much hate in my heart.
Yeah.
Till it was like I had heartburn that day. I went to church that night. Juanita Bynum was preaching, "Let go, let God." That woman, it was 1,000 people in this auditorium. Her and Bishop James came down there where I was standing. When I knew anything, Juanita Bynum had her hand on top of my head. And it was like bolts of lightning. She said, "Let go and let God."
Oh,
and
my
Bishop
God.
James was on the and I'm like, out of all these people up in here, these people.
She come find you. Wow.
Girl, but it's like I had a new leaf on life. And the devil said, "Let me see how good that leaf is." When I got home that Friday night, my daughter and me went to church. We had Bible study. You know, we still have Bible study all the time. So we went to church. And we come home. She said, "Mom, is that Daddy car out there?" I said, "It looked like it." And he was standing out the side there. He said, I got put out and somebody robbed me. I had nowhere to go. And I didn't see my husband. I saw my friend, the friend
come
that I
on.
had. It's hard to understand that now, but I saw my friend. I didn't see my husband. And I said, Eric, gone to Northern University. You can have his bedroom. And I moved him in.
Wow.
And my brothers and everybody thought I was.
Insane.
That ain't the word they use, but
Oh, I was trying to be nice.
a few more names. But I just and we stayed in the same place until he died.
Wow.
And my oldest daughter told me, she said, Mama, he would have never gave you a place to stay. I said, but that ain't me. That ain't, it wasn't me. I said, don't give me God's prop. Because God did this. Because sometimes I look back and say, Cookie, you lost your mind there for a minute, didn't you? You know, because I'm being honest. But it just that, and we stayed in the same place.
So did he ever confess that?
He never said what he had, but he told me one day we were sitting up there, he said, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. But he never did say sorry for what? He just kept repeating, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow. So what happened with the girl, this is deep. Okay, so what happened with the best friend, the godfather?
I don't know. I really don't. I lost all contact because I wasn't interested. So,
Right.
but after he told me that, he said, "I just forgive us." He asked me for forgiveness. He said, "Forgive us for what we did to you." He said, because your husband told me, said, all you did was go out and party. He had been watching me, and he said, you don't go nowhere but to work in church and back home.
Wow.
I said, my God, you watching me that closely?
Well, the husband was trying to perhaps make you look like you was loose.
Yeah, he wanted to
So
make
that
it look
he
like
could
I
be
was
with
doing
him.
it. So he could do his own thing.
Wow.
But he wound like that part where God said, I will make your enemy your footstool. My husband was living in my basement.
Wow. After all of this, you still provided him shelter.
And none of his
You got to be
friends, all
saved.
them friends that
You
he
got to
had.
be full of the Holy Ghost and fire with the Holy
Don't
Ghost
give me
oil roll
God's
out your
problem.
body.
God, that's God.
Oh,
baby. That's God. That's God.
baby.
I know. And a lot of my friends said, "You something, girl, ain't no way." I said, "No,
You say
you
for
don't."
real, Miss Ida. You ain't playing safe. So many folks playing safe. You say for real. Because this is showing that I've gotten infected. You played with not your life, but my life. And then when you had no place to go.
He walked out on me
And
and
then
left
walked
me.
out.
He walked out on me. He left me July the 10th, 1988. 88. 88. Sure did. He walked out on me. I believe it was 88. Trying to get because he left me. Anyway, he walked out on me and left me for a man. And then he partied. He used to travel, do his thing. I lost my car when he left. I had to catch the bus, and at that time we had transfers. And if you could catch the transfer at one place, you didn't have it long enough to get to the other. So I had to get from Harvey to Michael Reese Hospital every day.
Every day.
With a baby in a carriage. I had to push her downtown to a babysitter.
Wow.
Oh, it was hell.
It was
hell.
Oh my God.
It was.
And he had just no regard. But he knew that you was his safe place because had he not, he wouldn't have came back and said, listen, I have nowhere to go.
I guess so. Wow. I don't know what made him do that or what. Is the devil going to test me and see had I really forgave? But that's the way the ball
Strong
bounces.
woman. Hats off. I mean, well, wig off. 'Cause, hat off. But
That's what God,
Oh, my
honey. That was
God.
God. I tell people all the time, that's God. That's when God you let God use you. And I appreciate because whom much is given, much is required.
Absolutely.
And see, I've seen a lot of people go. I've had a lot of friends buried. And I tell people all the time, though, you don't die from HIV and AIDS. You die from the complications
of it.
You can have diabetes and
Yes.
knock your immune system out.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
people are so, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to work with it. I'm going to see what happens. Where
Yeah, it's
God
been
going to lead me
35
from here.
years.
I don't know.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. You God has sustained you. you truly been through the fire. You definitely been through the fire, because I know some of the, I was here the safest people probably wouldn't been able to withstand, but God,
But God, honey.
and then he said, "Listen, I'm gonna give you long longevity because after 35 years, you still look amazing.
Well, thank
You
you.
look amazing.
I just had my 76th birthday in July the 12th.
Wow,
Thanks,
you
God.
look amazing.
And the doctor told me the first doctor that not Dr. Johnson, but the next one when I started treatment trying to get, she said you got about 5 years.
Wow, wow.
That was in
But God said it
1992.
was so. 35
That's
years
right.
later, you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, yes, yes. That's amazing.
I
That's
get up every morning and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Yes.
Pain and more pain. This is one of the little old lady told me, she said, baby, when you hurt, it lets you know you're still alive.
That's it. That's it.
She said, if you get up and don't
Still.
feel nothing, you better start pinching yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what would you? I know we talk about Mississippi, in a lot of our programs, and stuff has been like just swept under the rug, just not even important. But I won't say it's important, but they don't treat it like it's important. And I know the rise of HIV and AIDS in our state in Mississippi is like top of the list. We are the top state.
You're the top of the list, but your healthcare system don't think is important because if you're trying to get Medicaid, as they call it, if you're not diabetes, what's that heart just out of your body need to be,
Yes.
they don't put HIV or none of that stuff on there. It's not under there.
Wow.
And you can't get, and then the programs they have down here, if you don't have Medicaid, Medicare is really not doing you any good. You can't get one of those plans because
Right.
they will sign you up, but because you don't have Medicaid, you're still not
You're
good.
still not covered.
So, and I checked into the statistics and everything I asked about, the governor cut it. The governor cut it. I said, but did you lobby to the governor?
Okay.
I asked one lady, how can I meet the governor?
Okay.
She said, he's not going to talk to you. I said, that's the only way I wouldn't talk to him. He won't talk to me.
Right.
Because I love to talk to him.
Absolutely.
Because when they tell me about all the programs he have cut and all the stuff he gave to his friends for kids and all that kind of stuff. And then the programs, I've called a lot of programs here, and an individual will tell me, oh, we don't have any more. But that was a good program. I got it for my mother. If you're working in the system, you're taking everything from the system, then the people that need the system are not going to have the system.
Come on.
So it's a catch-20.
Yeah. Well, I have friends that work for the governor.
Uh-huh.
So we might need to have a conversation. We might need to have a conversation because if we are one of the top states, matter of fact, we are at the very top
You
of
are.
the
This is
states
yes.
with people infected with HIV.
Not only infected with HIV, but look at the statistic for the teenagers with gonorrhea and
yes.
chlamydia.
Chlamydia. Yeah, absolutely.
There's some little foamy girls running around here. Boys,
Some
too.
little foamy. Yeah, they little foamy.
They foamy.
So y'all need to be careful out there.
It's a little foamy.
Be real careful out
I
there.
mean,
Yeah.
they have this little thing called latex. You know, you
Yeah, you
can
can
buy
use
them
that.
at the grocery store. I mean, wherever you buy them, but they
Yeah.
need to wear some. They
Yeah.
need to put a raincoat on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I think, and I see this a lot, especially in the religions, the believer factor, that no one wants to talk about it, though it's happening. You know, we see churches that are full of single mamas with a lot of babies,
Girl.
but so somebody doing something.
Sad.
So why we not talking about
Because
it?
there's no Jesus coming.
Right.
It
Why we
was-
not
it
talking
was
about
only
it?
one. They don't want to talk about it. Shame and fear. I just said a shame face carry a bolt.
You can say what you want to say in this show.
A bold ass, if you want
Okay,
to put it
that's
out there.
it.
That's what
That's
it is.
it.
You run around here telling me, I'm ashamed to do that, but come here, boy.
Right.
Here, please.
Right.
We have,
Right.
and like you said, there's so much going on in the churches. And the older women don't want to talk to the younger women because the older women is out there doing what the younger woman is doing.
My mind.
I went to a house one time. I used to sell door to door. So I traveled all over the country. And I went to a house. It was 4 generations in the house, and nobody was 50.
Wow.
12, 24, 36, 48.
Wow. Wow.
Now everybody's out there trying to get a drum or something. Ain't nobody sitting at home with no baby. They have lost the Big Mama, and
Yeah.
Big
yeah.
Mama is not there
Yeah.
anymore.
And it's sad because nobody wants to talk about it. And then when their kid fall into a situation, then it's like, oh my God. But if you don't educate them, I remember getting certified to be a HIV STD counselor through Mississippi State, the Mississippi Medical Health Department. And I remember sitting my kids down, literally showing them slides. This is chlamydia. This is gonorrhea. This is cauliflower. This is such a. I was going through those things because if I don't educate them,
The street will.
the street will.
It's a good thing you said that. I was looking at something else, and I couldn't understand it because they were saying the teaching with the HIV. You can have the pastors. They get up in the pulpit, and I mean, they preach fire and brimstone down on your head. But then they will never use. I listen to a lot of pastors just to see when they be calling out, God, I want you to heal diabetes. God, I want you to heal the high blood pressure. God, heal this. And I said, when you going to get around to the HIV?
Because that's our problem.
They never say it. Never say it. Scared to say it. So they make me feel like, well, God can heal anything. But see, I know what God can heal.
Okay, come on.
I know what God
Come
can
on.
heal. You can sit
Come
up there and you don't have to say it.
Come on.
I know what God can do. But you have to call the devil out.
That's right. You got to call them by name.
That's right. You can't sit there. Well, my cousin got a something. I don't know what it is. But we can't say it because what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Yes.
I met young people. I used to run a house for guys coming out of prison called Joe Ray House in Chicago. Guys that was infected. But we didn't say infected. We said affected. But everybody knew my status, so they would say, this lady that's affected, she run a house for guys that's, And it ran pretty good. And that's why I was so shocked at how far Mississippi is behind time. What I was doing 25 years ago, this is what they asking me to do now.
Right. Right.
I just don't understand.
Yeah. It's sad. I think on a lot of things, not just healthcare, but we are behind on a whole bunch of things. The other states are thriving in or whatever, and we, like you say, who's lobbying for those things? Who are pushing for those things for Mississippi?
But you look at it and you want to say, what's the definition of insanity? Keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. When you keep voting somebody in there, and then you have people sitting up, and I hate to talk to a person. You want to get on me, sit up there and tell me, well, I didn't go vote. I said, you just voted for the sapsucker that's in there.
That's right. That's right.
I said, my grandfather got spit on down in the interior of Mississippi, go vote. And I got up the other day. I was feeling so bad. I was hopping worse than my health. And they told me I had to go vote. I don't even know who I'm voting for. But when they said vote, I'm up in there.
That's right. Absolutely. Because our race has gone through so much to vote. And for us not to do it is a slap in the face.
It is.
Yes, a slap in the
And a
face.
lot of people just act like they don't care.
Yeah.
But then they complain.
Yeah.
I say, you complaining to me, though. Who should you be
Complaining to, they can make the change. Yeah. I had a man to tell me one day, he was like, we was going over something and I was complaining about it. He was like, well, you complained to the wrong person. Then I was like, well, tell me who to complain to. Direct me.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But yeah, we are at the top of the pole for all of these STDs in Mississippi, and we want to turn a blind eye to it. But it's happening. It's sitting in our churches. It's sitting in our schools. It's sitting everywhere. We at the casinos with it. We over here eating it over here at these fancy restaurants with it. We done dressed it up. And if she loose, run. And if he loose, run.
But it ain't always a loose. Still
Yeah.
side suck slap.
Okay, come on. Come on.
You never heard that.
Come on. Please say that again.
Still side suck slap, baby.
Okay.
The one that ain't moving over there just sitting there. They the one getting in them good girls that, I know Sister so-and-so daughter, and then Sister so-and-so daughter got 5 kids.
Uh-huh. Okay, come on.
Where the kids come from?
Where they come from. Right. So I mean, and again, like you said, this one thing we did one year, we did a conference about STDs, HIV, and you absolutely right. When we took it to the church setting to do this on a one Saturday, and people came from everywhere for it. When we got ready to talk to the married women, they were the ones saying, "Oh, I don't need to be in that class because I'm married." And I said, "That's the reason why you need to be in there."
That's right, because I was one of those women. I don't have that to worry about. Little did I know. Like I used to tell them, I didn't go out looking for HIV. It came home, kissed me goodnight, and crawled up under the cover with me. My husband, the one brought it to me. And it was a girl. She liked it, my husband. We worked in the same place. I really believe he infected her too.
Wow.
Because one day we was at a, what's that man, Jeremiah Wright's church, Trenton. And she walked up to me and she said, "How you doing out there?" I said, "I'm doing good, Carolyn. How you doing?" "I'm doing okay." She was married. I said, I said, "He infected you and you infected your husband."
Wow. And
I
this
could
how
tell
that
she-
works.
Because, see, people don't understand. If I sleep with Joe Blow tonight, Joe Blow sleep with Susie tomorrow night, and she sleep the next night and come back the next night and sleep with me, I done slept with everybody that this man done had.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Absolutely. This is absolutely how that works.
It is.
That's how that works.
I
Absolutely.
call it sloppy seconds, and you don't even know it.
All right, come on. Come on. Come on.
I had a lady tell a lady one day, and it really kind of pissed me off. She was going with the chick husband. She said, "Every time you kiss your husband, you kiss me
Wow.
in the ass."
Ah.
That's what-
What you say?
I mean, you kissing him, and he just got up off me.
Oh.
You kissing me too.
My.
I don't trust
Yeah.
guys no more.
Yeah.
I don't trust people too much.
Well, and you're right. You know, it doesn't even matter their title, their status quo as to I'm in this and that status. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you step outside of your marriage, or you start to be promiscuous, or you just out there doing your thing, then those are consequences that come behind that. You ain't just having a good time.
No, you're not. And just think about it. If you with a woman or you with a man, when you get married, the sky's the limit. If you want something different that you're not getting in the bed, you talk to your mate.
That's
Communication is the best thing in
Come
the
on.
world, because they might have the same thing on their mind that you got on yours, but they're just scared to tell you.
Absolutely.
Somebody got to break the ice.
Somebody.
You ain't got to go out there with Sally Sue, Joe Blow, and Annie Tucker and all the rest of them.
Come on,
I mean-
yes, right.
Just keep it
Yeah,
real. Stay at
right,
home.
right.
What you got is you got a good
Absolutely.
thing. Because if you sitting out there, you can bet your life you running out there with your partners doing this. And one of them guys is looking at your woman, saying you leaving her home all along all the time. And eventually he gonna come there, start rubbing on her back and tell her, "I understand how you feel."
Absolutely.
That's when you get, "Man, my friend took my woman." No, he didn't take her. You gave him to her.
Oh,
You gave her to him.
come on. Come on.
That's right.
Take care of your home front.
Take care of it. Take care of it.
Yeah.
Vice versa, women too.
That's right. Vice versa. This
You
thing
give
goes
away a
both
good
ways.
man, and then
Yeah.
she took my husband. No, she didn't, baby.
You gave him away.
Gave him away. Ain't nobody taking nothing that you got.
Come on. Period. Period. Yes. You talking good. You helping some people tonight. You're really helping some people. Listen, y'all out there in the view. Listen, my listeners. If you have any questions, tonight is a good night to ask those questions. Huh? Oh, yeah. I got so caught up in this, y'all. Look, fatigue got to pull me back in. But listen, Miss Ida has several books. She's an author. And listen, I'm telling y'all need to read these books. Y'all need to read these books. Now, I know one that she did in conjunction with some more writers is Overcoming the Shame of HIV. It's a red book. And Overcoming the Shame of HIV. And there's several women in this particular book that's giving their story of how they contracted HIV and how they're living now with this stigma, because you can live with it.
Oh, yeah.
You can live with it and look, it's just as fabulous as Miss Ida, baby. But you can go onto Amazon and order these books.
All they have to do is Google my name.
And you can Google her name as well, and all her books will come up. And you please, y'all, read the book. Read the book. It goes definitely in depth on how all this transpired, her journey, her story. So she's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. This story is so impactful and so eye-opening, so life-changing, and such an awareness of infidelity and all these other things. Or you may even be single. You could be a single person and just, you just got a friend that you don't play with your life. Don't play with your life, and don't play with someone else's life.
That's a good point.
It's imperative that we don't do that. I know nowadays that young folks are having orgies. They got 3-4 folks in the bed with them. Y'all know I ain't never been shy to talk about sex. So I've been talking about sex with my children since they were little, and I've been going to these different schools and telling them about all these sex demons and everything else. And I could go spiritual with you with this, and I can go with you in the natural with this. But tonight we going natural, and I want you to understand that when you start to go out there and dibble and dabble, you better realize what you're doing. Because you can get something that Clorox can't wash off.
Confucius said, "Man who swim in other men's pond can
Yeah,
sometimes get crabs."
Right. What you say, Miss Ida? Y'all ain't hear Miss Ida?
That's what Confucius said. A man
Yeah.
who's fishing other men's pond sometimes get crabs.
Yeah. So, hey, it happens. It happens.
It happens.
And this is a very necessary conversation because our state, the state of Mississippi, is in trouble like some other states, but we're definitely in trouble here.
Oh, yeah.
We so high up in the stats till it makes no sense. We're above all the states right now in everything, basically.
Sometimes I go down the street and I just watch people, just look at them, see. You can tell
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Especially if the person on drugs.
Right.
You can really tell.
Right.
And it ain't all on drugs either.
No.
Some is
No.
pretty. I mean, they got some handsome guys out there. I had a girlfriend, she got infected. This guy, he was whining and dining her. And y'all heard that story. She lived in Chicago. And he took her to Jamaica or somewhere. When he got back, he gave her a card and told her don't open it till he leave. And he said, "Welcome to the world of HIV and AIDS."
Wow. See, this is mind blowing. Though it's reality, it's mind blowing. So some people are purposely.
Because they got it. I had people tell me, said, somebody gave it to me, I'm gonna give it to somebody else. I wouldn't give my worst enemy. But
Yeah.
they got people out that don't care. And married men I hate to keep saying that. Y'all probably married, but married
come on,
men
it's-
is the
hey, please,
the
let's talk.
ones that's really don't care about playing Russian roulette. They really don't.
Play nothing about it.
And they'll sleep with a man and then tell a man, "Don't you say nothing to me when you see me out in the street."
Wow. Wow. So y'all need to be really careful with these good old guy clubs and all this stuff, because some people think the stigma of, oh, he's openly gay, so they probably no. I'm talking about the ones that got them pants hanging down, all
Thank
thugging
you.
out,
That's
and
the
all
one
that.
going with the gay man.
Yeah.
And telling the gay man, "Don't you say nothing to me when you see me out in the street, because he hard." I tell people all the time, they said, "Gay, you got a lot of gay friends." Yes, I do. I have a lot of gay male friends because they already out there. The gay male friend wasn't the one that come and got me.
That's right.
The man that had my husband, what's up, dude?
Right,
hey,
right. It wasn't no
No.
swishing and swashing and flopping your wrist. No, see, they ain't doing that, baby, boo boo. They not doing that.
Baby, this is Mr.
Right,
Swag when he walk. Looking at how good
Right.
he is.
right,
Get something you can't get rid of.
right. And then some of them are in your pulpit preaching.
Oh, they sure are.
Some of them are on your floor dancing at church on Sundays, and they dance right on to another man when they leave.
They sure do.
You got that. You got the females doing the same thing. They're in there kissing the wrong stuff. They're doing all kinds of stuff. And tapping and carrying on and then holler hallelujah at the same breath. You got they everywhere, and not just in no Pacific denomination either. It's not just young folk. It's not just old folks. It's all of us are in trouble because our state is in trouble. Do you know what affects you affects me,
That, one affect everybody.
and what your child do hurts my child, and what my child do hurts your child, because at some point they're gonna cross paths. So it's imperative that we teach and we give the people upper knowledge of what's really happening in this world, and that would take you out of here. It would take you out of here. I had a young lady when we was doing the classes and doing the seminars, and as I started working in one of the local hospitals, I saw her at the hospital and I spoke to her and everything, and she was dating this man and didn't know he was married. She had been dating him for a while. He was sick and she was taken to the doctor, but she didn't know what he was sick for because she didn't go in there with him. She sat on the outside. Well, when they came in, when the nurses slipped and said something about his HIV meds, she passed out. She literally passed
I know
out.
she did.
And I'm like, this is crazy. He told her nothing. And then on the opposite side, we had one to tell his girlfriend, but didn't tell his wife.
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
That
they
happens
tell the
a lot.
girlfriend, but don't tell the wife.
A lot of guys said this is the excuse they've said. Now I don't know if you marry somebody, I think you should be able to talk to them. They say I can't communicate with my wife. She don't understand me like my girlfriend.
Craziness.
Why you married to her?
Right. Why you even still there?
Thank you. If the other one make you feel so good, why don't you just pack your little red cap bag and go on across the street?
Don't take your toothbrush and go. That's probably all you got. Go on cross street. But
they
but
do
my
it.
thing is, we are sounding the alarm tonight. We are sounding the alarm. We are screaming out loud. Listen, be cautious, be careful. I know some of y'all can't help it, and you feel like you just can't help it, and you got to. It gonna make you a man, gonna make you a woman, or you need to be loved, woman. I just need to be loved. Be careful who loving you.
That's right.
Yeah, be very careful who loving you. And I know some of us are vulnerable and feel rejected and want somebody to hold us and all this kind of stuff. Be careful who holding you,
You better get a dog.
or find you something, because it's out there.
I don't
It's
know.
out there.
But people have no fear now.
No.
You know, when I was coming up, there were certain things I was afraid of. People have no fear like that no more. Even the kids.
Right.
You can't say nothing to a child. A child will curse you out.
Oh yeah.
If I had a,
Remotely.
I remember one day I told Mama, the lady, and she really did lie on me. This lady lied on me. I said, Mom, that lady, I didn't do that. She said, is she lying? You know I wasn't. I just said, I had to chop it up. And, girl, because if I'd have said she lying, then
You're in trouble.
I just chopped it up. I said, but nowadays, you don't have that fear in kids no more. Kids will curse you out, grab an old lady purse.
Do whatever.
Just don't. It's
We
not
live
there.
in some troubled times.
If we living in the last days, as
We
they
really
say.
are. We really are. And the Bible said, in the last day means will become lovers of themselves,
And
and
they
their
are.
love for others will be wax cold. That means I'm cold enough to lay with you and knowing I got a disease. I'm cold enough to give this to you and care nothing about your life.
That's right.
I care nothing
But
about
see,
you.
Alice, what they missing the point. Get into care. Get your medication. I've been undetected for the last 30 when I started taking medication was in 2000. In 2001. 2001, and take your medication. I'm undetected. I've been undetected ever since. They can't find the virus in my blood because I take my medication. I take care of myself. I'm not running around out there talking about, well, I don't want nobody to know it. I'm not going to no clinic to get, like I say, you sick is your secret.
Okay, come on.
And secrecy will kill you.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
It kill you and somebody else
It's
too.
somebody else.
You
It's
have to.
somebody
You have to take care of yourself. You don't have to take a pill.
else. Right.
But I tell people all the time, if you're not going to do what the doctor say, stay away from him. You ain't doing yourself no good anyway. You wasting his time. Somebody else could have been in that slot.
That's right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. What would you say? We get ready to come to a close in a minute, but I want you to encourage some female or male that may be just diagnosed and don't know what to do, and they are in this mind battle, emotional battle. Of can you help that person?
First of all, I would seek God. Pray about it. And know that you're not in this alone. You're not the first person that this happened to. You're not gonna die. You're gonna live if you take care of yourself. That's the only thing you have to do, and just pray and get with somebody and talk about it. Because when you don't talk, whatever you holding in, being a dialysis technician, I tell you, when you hold secrets and stuff, it works on the organs in the body. You're gonna wind up with something. You're gonna wind up with stomach ulcer or something. You need to talk to somebody. Just talk to them. There's people out there will listen. I used to do that all the time. I used to have a phone that I just listened to people all the time. But they need to just talk to somebody, and don't run and tell your business to everybody, because your friends. I had one young lady not too long ago since I've been here. She said, I told my friend. She didn't want to. She thought she could confide in her, and when she knew, she had told everybody. And people are still ignorant here. I can't use that word enough. If you think shaking somebody's hand gonna give you HIV, you're stupid. If you think kissing somebody gonna give you HIV, if you suck that much slob, you ain't kissing.
Come on. You better tell them, Miss Ida.
You'd have to get a quarter spit.
Come on.
I mean, if you sucking like that, baby,
There's something wrong.
go on about your business.
Come on, Miss Ida. I love her. I love it. Yes, Miss Ida.
But just,
Yes.
I really do feel sorry for people.
Yeah.
I wish I did have my hotline back old, but
Yeah.
I ain't did that yet.
Yeah.
But they just really need to pray about it. God ain't gonna lead you wrong, but you got to understand and do what He say do.
Absolutely.
When that little still voice be telling you what to do, you got to pay attention to it.
Absolutely.
And I would mostly say to the people, that person that's not infected but affected, when they find out that their relatives are infected, don't act like a fool. This ain't something you gonna get off the pillow. This ain't something you gonna get from a plate that the person left on. That's pure ignorance. We passed that stage. We almost 40 years into this.
Yes.
And if you don't know no more about it now, then you ignorance is not. You can't just be stupid all the time.
That's right.
What
Please.
they used to say about us, you're going to hide something from one of them, put it in a book. Pick up a book and read.
Please.
You don't even have to read the book now. You can Google it. You can
That's
Google
right.
everything you want. You
That's
don't.
right.
You don't have to read nothing. Just
Right.
Google it. And you can let Siri
Audible.
talk to you. Yeah,
Audible
you can let them
books.
talk to you. Just do it. Just do it and help somebody. Like you said it before. What infects one of us affects all of us,
Yes.
and we all in this together.
Absolutely.
Because we're connected. We all connected. We are all connected. Good, bad, or ugly.
Yeah.
We all are connected.
Yes. And I like that about your book. We're all connected on one of your books, and I love that. But I look, let me encourage y'all, get the books. Listen, y'all, go get the book, Audible, or you can order them on Amazon. Google her name and get the books. Get a link and get the books, because it's imperative that we educate ourselves. You know, the Bible says we
Suffer for the
lack of knowledge.
That's right.
Because we're not educating ourselves. And you're not so good that you can't get nothing. And you're not so pure that you can't get nothing. You know, how well do you know the other person? You don't, as well as you see them.
That's right. And you never know when that, people have to be prepared to it. And people say, oh, well, I'll never get in that predicament. Baby, here's some guys out there will talk a possum out of a tree on a dog. You be standing up talking about what you ain't gonna do, and next thing you know, you down to your bra.
Right, come on.
He just standing there rapping. And don't tell me there's some fine men out there, because
Yeah.
they fine.
Yeah, they
I'm 76 years old, but I ain't dead.
Okay, come on.
I mean, I can look at him and
on.
say, just cause I'm on a diet don't mean I can't read the
That's
menu.
right. Okay, come on.
Girl, please. I just look
Miss
at
Ida,
it. But
tell 'em.
I wouldn't dare do that. You don't say what you won't do.
That's
Say
right.
what you haven't done.
Haven't done.
My grandmother used to say that all the time. She said, baby, never say what you won't do. Say what you haven't done.
Right. Absolutely.
Because the people haven't presented your price to you.
Okay, come on. Come on. Y'all better get the tea over here. The Miss Ida, she giving it out. She's serving. Look, she's serving tonight. She is serving. Yes.
I told you, I used to call it raw talk. I mean,
Yeah.
just get real. And
Absolutely.
I like ladies, like you were saying, you talk to your kids.
Absolutely.
I wish more mothers would talk to their sons and daughters.
Absolutely.
Because when my kids were small, I told my son, I said, I don't want you to take nothing to somebody else's house that you want them to bring to your
That's
society.
right. That's right.
He have no
Absolutely.
outside kids.
Absolutely.
I have 2 grandkids, and I'm happy about it. And they tell me, be happy with them, because that's all you're going to get.
Okay. Listen, I told mine too. Please leave me in heaven, baby. They ain't asked to be here. But yes, and I remember going to some of the high schools and middle schools here when they was allowing me to back then to go in and talk to the kids about STDs.
Why they stop you?
Well, I don't know. They stopped it, but I was going into the school system because there was one middle school. There was I want to say she was 5th grade and she was pregnant. She was 5th grade and pregnant, and then had 2 more kids at home. Mm-hmm. She was 5th grade.
I went to school with a girl like
And
that.
and I thought this has got to be this can't be real.
But you know what makes it so bad? I bet you if you did your homework and searched back, it'd be somebody, a neighbor's friend or somebody real close.
Absolutely. And that's what was happening is that she was being taken advantage of. She was in the 5th grade, but she wasn't supposed to be in the 5th grade. I think she was supposed to be in like 9th or 10th grade or something like that. But because she was having these babies. And I thought this got to be crazy. This is not real. Then you had 5th graders, 6th graders with chlamydia, gonorrhea. You had all these things going on. And then I'm telling y'all something. Oral sex is sex, y'all. I know all y'all think it ain't sex. I'm just going to do some oral sex. And hey, this PL, she going to talk it. I don't care what you think. And I don't care nothing about it because this going to save some lives. Listen, oral sex is sex.
It sure is.
And people think if I do oral sex, then I can't contract. Yes, you can.
Because you don't know what's in that mouth.
Right. Come on.
I'm gonna say, I was walking down the street one day and this lady smiled. And she was a lady of the evening. And she was selling her stuff. And girl, her teeth were green. And I looked at her and I said, these guys, I mean, it was some guys stopping with Mercedes and all that stuff. And I said, if you...
And then you go home and take that to your wife.
To his wife. And I bet his wife done cooked the full course meal. My baby coming home. And he done went out there and this woman done did oral sex on him that looked like she got gangrene in the mouth. And then he come
on,
girl,
Miss
please.
Earth. I mean, Miss, not Miss Earth. I mean, Miss Island. I'm sorry, Miss. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Girl, please.
But listen. Oh, my gosh. But I want y'all to know that oral sex is sex. Anal sex is sex. A lot of people think because I'm having anal sex and I haven't had vaginal sex that I'm still a virgin. I'm still not. I'm pure. I ain't did nothing. Anal sex is sex. Oral sex is sex. That's sex.
You can get HIV with anal sex faster than you can with vaginal sex.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we just want to be real, raw, and unfiltered tonight. As always, PL gonna be just who she is, and y'all like it, take it, whatever, with your saved self. But anyway, I had to throw that out there because some of y'all too saved to even be realistic. And then if that's the case, then a lot of us wouldn't be so saved and have 5 children and no husband. But I'm gonna leave that alone. That's
different daddies.
You got a bunch of baby daddies or whatnot, so we just gotta, this just anyway. But anyway, I'm not trying to down nobody or belittle nobody, but I'm saying be realistic. Being realistic and being real, you will save your life, literally. And just because you married don't mean you don't need to know this. You need to know this. Like she said, you're not with your spouse, and I mean, just go for man or woman. I mean, I'm not saying it's one gender or the other. You're not with your wife all day. You're not with your husband all day. You trust and believe and pray that they're being faithful, that they're being who they're supposed to be to you, and all these things. But I'm telling you, y'all need to be realistic, educate yourself, get these books, read these books, get an Audible, listen to it or whatnot. Whatever you need to do that. The other thing is not only is they bringing these diseases, they bringing some spiritual soul ties to you. That's why a lot of y'all depressed and going on because y'all done slept with too many men.
That's right.
Y'all done slept with too many women. Whatever you done, you try to figure out why you depressed. Because every time you sleep with somebody, you marry that person. And now I can go there tonight, but I'm not because we get ready for time. But listen to me. I'm looking at the camera. Listen to me. Every time you sleep with somebody, you marry that person. That person becomes a part of you. You become as one with that individual. So when you go and lay with somebody else, then you changing all these spirits. And then you wonder why you feeling the way you feeling. Okay, listen, I'm gonna cut off and I'm gonna bring Miss Ida back because Miss Ida be giving us the tea, baby. Miss Ida be giving the tea. I'm gonna get her to come co-host with me. Yeah, we got to pull her out of that house. Come on to work. I know she's doing a lot of work with writing books and things of that nature, and she's doing what she's doing. But we appreciate you, Miss Ida. We thank you for being authentic, raw, and real, and telling us like it is. You look amazing. HIV is not her death sentence. It is not her death sentence. Matter of fact, he has given her life, baby.
Yes, sure. I didn't learn how to live till I almost died.
Okay, come on. See what I'm talking about, Miss? Y'all.
I really didn't, babe. I didn't learn how to
Okay.
live.
All right, y'all. Listen, go ahead and share this one. And go ahead and tell your friend. I want you to gossip about this one. I want you to gossip about this one. Please, gossip. Okay? I give you permission to gossip this time. All right, anyway. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back here next Tuesday with another dynamic guest that was wrongfully incarcerated. But anyway, it gets good and good. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye now.
Somewhere between spirit and skin. Between Sunday mornings and Monday messes. Between whispered prayers and loud thoughts. There's a couch. And on that couch sits truth. Honest, unfiltered, sacred, and simple. Welcome to On the Couch with PL, where we talk real life, real faith, and everything in between.